How is it possible for somebody to be in so much pain, emotional and physical, and the longing and the anxiety and the depression and feeling lost, and actually transform that into love and focus and purpose? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. That I know, because that is what I am. In order for us to know ourselves, we need to become ourselves. And in order for us to become ourselves, we need to know ourselves. And one of the ways that we do that is by returning to love. And by returning to love, we're tapping into that core essence within ourselves that has been gifted with us in order for us to use to get over any challenges that we're dealing with. The emotional pain, the physical pain, the traumatic events that are hovering in our consciousness and our mind and taking over our senses at some times. The emotional pain, the spiritual pain, the physical pain, the societal pain that we deal with on a daily basis. Those traumas, those subconscious thoughts that are governing our state of mind, our state of being. We have the ability to constantly, on a moment-to-moment basis, transmute and transform physical and emotional pain that we are going through into love and into focus. And that I know for sure. But how do we do that? How is it possible? How is it possible for somebody to be in so much pain, emotional and physical, and the longing and the anxiety and the depression and feeling lost, and actually transform that into love and focus and purpose? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. That I know, because that is what I am. For some crazy reason, thank God, on a moment-to-moment daily basis, I'm able to do that. I'm able to do that. And when someone asks me, how do I walk with crutches, with hands like these? Isn't it painful? Yes, it's painful. Sometimes I can't even hold them. But I don't want to sit in the wheelchair. Maybe I'm stubborn, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's my choice. Maybe it's my choice. Maybe it's always our choice to seek a way to return to love. And when we do that, magic happens. You see, love over fear every single time wins. Always. It's always a state of mind. It's always a state of mindset. It's a mindset. It's a paradigm shift that we have to create on a moment-to-moment basis every single day through acceptance, through awareness, through accountability, through integrity, through self-discipline, through self-motivation. Whatever tools you use them. We find what works for us. We find what works for us. And when we feel lost and we feel out of place and not knowing why we're here and numb in fear, who do we turn to when there's no one around? Ourselves. It's between you, your soul. You are your first soulmate. You are gifted with yourself, with your soul. And yet we tell ourselves, and we have all these negative thoughts, and we put ourselves down, and we judge ourselves more than anybody else. And there's things about ourselves that we see and we judge ourselves for and we feel bad about. And I say to myself sometimes that I'm not ready yet to show the world my hands. Maybe I'm not ready yet to show the world my hands. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's very hard for me to even do this right now. I can feel the tears coming down my eyes right now. I can feel myself feeling, I can feel my emotions brewing right now as I hold my hands up right now. Is that fear? Is this fear? Is this pain? What is it? What is it? Is it me learning to own my stuff? Or is it me trying to return to love over fear? Every single time we do that, the miracles happen. Every time. Every time. We choose love over fear. We choose loving thoughts over fearful thoughts. The vulnerability, showing up, that's all where the magic happens. But at the end of the day, when we choose love over fear, when we choose to love fiercely and to love any way we can, ourselves included, to find ways to hug ourselves, to learn how to hug ourselves, to learn how to love yourselves in the morning. You know, I started hugging myself, part of my morning routine. You know what a difference that makes? To look in your eyes in the mirror and say you're doing great, to tell yourself that you're doing great, because you are. You're still here. There is still a purpose for you being here in this world. Otherwise, why would we be here? Why would we be here? Your soul chose this world, this reality, this generation, and this body that you have. So either we have a choice. We can own it or fight it, or we can learn to love it. In order for us to know ourselves, we have to become ourselves. And in order for us to do that, we need to return to love. And once we learn how to do that, the magic begins to happen. We learn to own our vulnerabilities. We learn to own what is holding us back. And we begin to pay more attention to the messengers and the people that are put in our lives to help us to get there. And that I know for sure.